Hello lovely dancers, my name is Aisha and welcome back to Belly Dance Tutorials. In today's class I'm gonna talk about body undulations. Body undulations are staples of belly dance genre, along with other important moves like shimmies and a few others. It takes a little bit to get the hang of it, but you'll learn it in no time. So body undulations can be done from top to down or from down to top. I'm gonna go over both directions in different videos. But today I'm gonna focus on body undulations from top to down. And just to show them real quick, they look like this. All right. From down to up is gonna be like, but we'll do this in another class. So let's talk about the body undulations from top to down. These are big core movements. They are specific to belly dance, maybe some other styles, but if you did other types of dance, like classical dance or other ethnic dances, they use a lot the arms and the legs. It's a focus on limbs, whereas in belly dance the focus is on core. So yeah, it's gonna be a little challenging at first. So let's see. I usually have like two ways of explaining the body undulations. One of them will probably click better with you. I'm gonna go from the basic technique, a really detailed breakdown of the move, and then I'm gonna go over some variations. So for the basic technique, I'm gonna divide the body in three segments: chest, belly area, and pelvis. Yeah, so we have three big segments: chest, belly, pelvis. Also in the beginning, it's easier if you start with one foot forward and one back. Yeah. Doesn't matter which one, whatever you want is the same. I'm gonna use this foot forward for now. And let's start with a little exercise first. We're gonna shift our body weight from the front leg to the back leg. So that's all we want to do for now. So we shift the weight all the way to the front leg, even up to the toes, and then shift it back all the way to the back leg. Into the heels. Yeah, so it's gonna be front and back, front and back, and already your body is kind of moving in the undulation pattern. Yeah, and now we're gonna add the three segments of the body. So what we're trying to do is, if you imagine a wall in front of you and you're trying to stick your body to the wall in front and then peel it away. That's the idea, but in segments. So I have this vertical wall and I'm gonna bring my chest forward toward the wall, then the belly forward and the pelvis forward. And already I shifted my weight on the front leg. And now I'm trying to move back to peel away from the wall in the same order. So chest and belly and pelvis. And the weight is on the back leg. Yeah? So one more time. I'm gonna move forward the chest, belly, pelvis. I'm gonna move back the chest, belly, pelvis. This is really awkward when it's so slow, but you know, you'll understand how the segments work. All right, so one more time. I'm gonna shift my weight to the front leg while moving the chest forward, belly, pelvis. Shift the weight back and move the chest back, belly, pelvis. And a little faster now. Chest, belly, pelvis, back, chest, belly, pelvis. Chest, belly, pelvis, chest, belly, pelvis. So for now, the chest movement is a straight forward movement and a straight back movement. So you're just moving your chest forward, and then you just bring it back. Even if you get a little bit of slouching, that's okay for now, but you just push it back. And the same, the belly, you move forward, and then you push it back. Of course, they are connected. They will happen, there will be a little overlapping between segments. And then the pelvis, you move forward all the way, and then you move back. So it's this kind of sliding front and back, and for the chest, it's this kind of sliding. All right? Okay, let's do it a couple of more times. You can switch the weight, the leg if you want. You can put the other one in front. Knees are soft, slightly bent. Yeah. And then we'll move chest forward, belly, pelvis. Chest back, belly, pelvis. One more time. Chest, belly, pelvis, chest, belly, pelvis, chest, belly, pelvis, chest, belly, pelvis. I mean, they are connected, and at some point you'll already feel the overlapping. So once you want to bring the pelvis forward, your chest will already start to move back. So just leave it going back, whatever the chest wants to do. It feels pretty natural and intuitive, yeah? So as you go forward with the chest, as you push the pelvis forward, you let the chest go back in a continuous movement. All right? Okay, now next thing. Eventually you want to do this movement with the feet together, actually in any foot position. So as I said, it's easier to start with one foot forward, but eventually you want to bring the feet together and do the same movement with the feet together, and your weight will shift from the toes to heels, so front and back, front and back. Knees are slightly bent. Start with the basic posture, and then you move forward, all the 3 segments, and then you move back 3 segments. Yeah? Let me go this way. So we're gonna go chest, belly, pelvis, chest, belly, pelvis. Front, 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 back, back, back. Chest, belly, pelvis. Now back, chest, belly, pelvis. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes it's easier in the beginning to straighten your knees as you come forward, and then bend the knees as you come back. So you can try that movement. So you can try to go forward and straighten the knees. Now go back and bend the knees. So it's gonna be 1 and 2. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. But eventually you want to do the body undulations with the knees bent, or actually the knees at any level, to be able to do more complex moves, like traveling with undulations, or level changes, and so many other things you can do with undulations. So then the next thing would be to bend your knees and try the same movement, forward movement of the body, and then backward movement of the body with the knees bent. And this time your level will be kind of the same. This is the way you balance things, right? On your head, you could balance something, a sword or whatever. And your level will stay the same, because we control the level from the amount of the knees are bending. Yeah? So maybe I'll turn this way for now. Feet are together, and try this one more time. Basic posture, and then you move forward and back. 3 segments forward, 3 segments back. Chest, belly, pelvis, chest, belly, pelvis. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's try this with music, and then we'll go over some variations. I'm gonna face you now. And we'll just keep the arms out, 1 foot forward, 1 back. And let's try to move forward. And now move back. Move forward, move back. Front, 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 back, back, back. Let's go sideways. 1 foot forward, chest, belly, pelvis, chest, belly, pelvis. And try the feet together. These are bent. Chest, belly, pelvis, chest, belly, pelvis. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You can frame your body if you want. Or this way. Or up. This is harder. Or one up, one arm up, one down. Yeah. Let's try on this side. Chest, belly, pelvis, chest, belly, pelvis, chest, belly, pelvis, chest, belly, pelvis. Front, 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 away, away, away. Let's move on. Let's try some variations and add a little bit more details to the movement. And I'm gonna start with the chest. Instead of doing just a slide forward and a slide back, you can actually do a circle of the chest. So you can go forward and up, and then back and down. So you can incorporate this circular movement of the chest in the undulation. So you kind of go scooping up. Yeah, so you go down and forward and up, and now you complete the circle back. And for now, the movement of the pelvis is gonna be the same as before, just a slide, front and back. But we're adding these variations in the chest, which is more of a fusion variation. We'll get into the Egyptian style in a moment, which is my favorite. But I just wanted to show you the chest variation here. You can incorporate, if you are able to create big circles, if you're very flexible in the spine, basically, you can kind of create an undulation more in the upper body than in the lower body. And in true fusion style, you can add a head. So you can add a little head movement. Although in belly dance, we don't use the head in these types of undulations. But in fusion, yeah, you can use a little head scooping, yeah. But, so try that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do just the chest rolling, so it's gonna be a chest out and up and back and down, out, up, back, down, and the belly and the pelvis are following. You don't have to worry too much about them. You just do the weight change from front to left, from front to back, and the pelvis will just happen. All right? So let's try a couple of times. I'm gonna do 1 foot forward. So chest forward, up. Now belly is following, hips are following, and now chest back and down. Belly is following, hips are following. One more time. Roll the chest forward and back. big circle. And again, you want to do this with the feet together at some point. And if you are into fusion, you can add a little head into this. I'm not very good at adding the head. You can make it better. Now the second variation, I left the best for last. And also my second way of explaining the body undulations from top to down is by focusing on the pelvis. And the pelvis does kind of the same circular motion in a circle like the upper part. But for this one, it's a little easier to explain it. So I'm not gonna focus so much on the upper body. So this is a minimal movement. I'm gonna focus on the lower body now. I'm gonna do the big pelvis rolling here, pelvis undulations. To explain the pelvis movement in this case, it goes like this. You have to slide your pelvis forward, then lift it, then in this awkward position, tilted position, you slide it back, and then you tilt it down. And in this awkward position, with an anterior tilt, you go forward, then lift, then you go back and drop. So slide forward, lift, slide back, release. Slide, lift, slide, release. Yeah, slide, lift, slide, release. More side view. So we're gonna go, it's a little prep movement, and I'm gonna slide forward, lift the pelvis, slide back, release or drop. Yeah, slide, lift, slide, release. So you slide in this awkward tilted position. Yeah, so you don't release or lift the pelvis until you reach the end of the movement. Of course, the movements, when you do it continuously, the movements are more connected and more flowy. It's not so exact, the movement, when it stops and when it ends. You want to make it in a continuous flow, but you maintain the same idea. So forward, lift, back, release. Forward, lift, back, release. So the pelvis kind of creates also a circle. It's not as obvious as in the chest situation. And then your weight will shift a lot from front to back, from toes to heels. Of course, you can try this with one foot forward, although I think it's harder in this case. So try it with the feet together, knees are bent. You slide forward, lift, slide back, release. Slide up, slide down. And it's not a whole lot of upper body movement, although it is a little bit. So more into nitty-gritty details. You actually do move your body forward a little bit and then back. So there is a little bit of upper body movement just to enhance the range of the lower body movement. Otherwise, if my upper body is still in place, my lower body will do kind of a smaller movement in space. You are confined to where your upper body is, yeah. But if you add a little bit of leaning back and forward, you increase the range of the lower body movement. I hope it makes any sense. So I'm gonna lean forward, then bring the pelvis forward and up, lean back, bring the pelvis back and down. So I'm helping to create a larger movement by leaning forward and leaning back. And with this leaning, a little bit of chest movement will happen. But the focus still is on the lower part of the body, on the pelvis movement. And it's very important to create a movement in front by lifting and in the back by dropping. So this is what creates the juiciness of the movement. And some people are better at the front part, some people are better at the back part. But a lot of people actually skip the back part. And I know I skip it sometimes. If I'm tired, I forget about it. But you'll have to finish the movement here with a release, yeah? So you create the flow and juiciness. All right, so let's try these movements on music. Let's start with the big upper body circles, with the chest circles. So my focus is on the upper body now. If you need to put a foot forward, that's fine. Try to keep it level. Now let's try to focus on the lower body. Slide up, slide, release. Slide up, slide, release. Slide up, slide, release. Other way. Maybe try one foot forward. The upper body nice, don't slouch, yeah? Try to do a little body leaning forward and back. Good job. All right, dancers, if you have any questions, don't forget to write them down in the comments area about this movement or other movements. I will try to address them. In another video, I'll go over other ways of using the body undulations, like in traveling steps, in level changes, layering. These are fantastic. layering of body undulations and shimmies. Stay tuned for other videos. More good stuff is coming. And meanwhile, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share my videos. I'll be happy if you did that. Next time, we'll go over body undulations from down to top, and hope to see you next time. And until then, shimmy shimmy.